everyone, this is Ritu Balia here, an engagement manager with Healthark Insights. So this video is a quick preview or the summary of our latest release, which is Top 10 Life Sciences Trends in 2022. Now, if we look at the entire year, the year emerged coming with a lot of novel therapies and emerging therapies buzzed around, along with certain stress points for the pharma. So we came up with our top 10 on basis of the impact on the future of the overall healthcare industry and how they are going to shape up the industry. A big thing emerged in form of a lot of novel therapies and emerging therapies that burst throughout 2022. In therapies being RNA Therapeutics, gene editing, ADC Therapeutics, and novel therapies like LAG3 inhibitors and TK2 inhibitors came up in a lot of news and noise during 2022. So starting with RNA Therapeutics, so there's an intense pipeline in this arena with around 850 plus clinical assets in the pipeline. There has been also an increasing collaborations in this arena with, for example, like Merck and Orna Therapeutics collaborating to form circular RNA therapies in cancer. There has been collaboration by Pfizer and Beam Therapeutics to work on again RNA therapies for cancer, and a lot of investments is also pouring in this arena from biopharma industry, overall making this a very attractive emerging area or the class for the biopharma industry. The next emerging or a very special area is gene editing, as in comparison to gene therapy, gene editing has a more durable effect and a lot of potential as it can correct the underlying cause, right? And in case of gene therapy, there is only a curative action and there is only a preventive action which can last for like 5 years, but the gene editing offers an option of the entire cure, a longer curative action, and this can be a probable game changer especially for oncology and rare disease in the coming years. Given a lot of investments from the biopharma industry and a lot of collaborations in this space, this is going to be a big watch out area for the biopharma over the coming years. The next emerging area is in form of ADC Therapeutics, also popularly known as smart bombs against cancer or the magic bullet in cancer. After around 2 decades of trial and error and experimentation, ADC Therapeutics is now picking up interest from the biopharma industry. Like so far, there have been around 12 approvals and launches in the space, but over the last 2 to 3 years, the space has started gaining interest from the biopharma industry, and hopefully many drugs which will work against tumors and cancers will be emerging from this area. The next novel therapy that burst in 2022 is in form of TK2 Inhibitors. There has been a lot of R&D going on this space for certain years, and a lot of intensive collaborations also happened in 2022. Like Pfizer collaborated with Ryvant and created Ryvant, which are actually working in this space. There has been also some collaborations by Takeda, and it is a promising avenue in immunology space, and it belongs to a family of JAK inhibitors, but TK2 provides a better safety profile and has a potentially more durable effect with an option of oral route of administration, making this class more attractive one. It came in a lot of news with BMS approval of type 2, which is the first in the class and the first therapy which got approved for psoriasis this year. The next novel therapy is in form of LAG3 inhibitors. They have the potential to become the next big immune checkpoint inhibitors. A lot of clinical activity has been happening in this space. There are around 38 drugs in clinical pipeline across 165 trials. Immunotech, small biotech company, is very much focused in this arena, and there is a heavy pipeline from that company itself. The therapy came in news in 2022 because of BMS again leading the race and securing the first approval in this league of mechanism of action with its drugs Opdualag, which is being indicated for melanoma. Also, the space again remains hot for biopharma with a lot of activity and a lot of drug approvals being anticipated over the coming years. Next, actually 2022 became a proving year for DCTs, the decentralized clinical trials, because after the relaxation from pandemic and COVID-19, DCT still was a center of attraction for Biopharma. The interest from Biopharma didn't decline, and DCTs have proven that they are here to stay and will be a part of the clinical trial landscape. A lot of big pharma companies like Pfizer, AstraZeneca, Merck, all of them have more than 10%, like 11 to 15% of their clinical trial activity today is from DCTs. Takeda in a way leads the race with 33% of its total trial belonging to the DCT activities. Next, moving to some other trends in the industry which were kind of bit of stress point for the Biopharma. The first one being the FDA approvals, which kind of saw a great dip, reaching to 37, declining from last 5 years average of 51 approvals. Now, analysts have very different viewpoints on the same, so it is like that. It could be a cyclical blip which was in past observed in 2016. Also, given the controversial approval of Odulam in 2021, maybe the FDA became more cautious in 2022. There are even other different opinions which are saying that the number of innovation applications still remained the same, but however there were more red letters that were issued by FDA this year, and there are a lot of such viewpoints by different analysts. But overall, the FDA approvals were down, but it's not that the innovation landscape was a bit slow, because we did saw a lot of novel and emerging therapies gaining approvals and coming into the space. So next, the Biopharma industry is on a very different stage this time, as it is on the precipice of a big patent cliff which is to be witnessed during this decade. So during 2023 to 2028, a lot of big blockbusters are on the verge of patent expiry, and around $2 billion are at stake for the Biopharma industry in form of their patent exclusivity. Along with all this, there is an anticipated biosimilar boom which is going to be witnessed in 2023, which is more of like being triggered by Humira biosimilars, but like just waiting in line to be just get launched and start getting traction among the people. But the positive news around this is there has been opinions by CMS around around allowing for the interchangeability of the biosimilar, all of which will kind of deeply impact and will ease out the reimbursement and the reimbursement process for biosimilars, and will in a way act towards increasing its uptake. Another kind of stress point for the Biopharma industry was in the form of the branded drug net prices declined for the 5th consecutive year, and when we see for inflated adjusted numbers, the decline is big. In a way, the gross prices and the net prices gap is again increasing. The gap this time is around $200 billion, a very big number. It is a concerning area for Biopharma, given it could be compounded with the Inflation Reduction Act, which will put in several ceiling points in place. So overall, it is a quite interesting point to see how this landscape is going to evolve in the coming years. So these were our top 10 trends, and we hope that you all enjoy reading our compilation. These trends, I think, give enough insights to our team of experts and our clients around how and where the industry is heading towards, and in a way enable all of us to jointly make right business decisions and be on the right side of these trends. Stay tuned with us with further such updates.